Jujutsu Kaisen just did something absolutely insane. We actually got world building. Yes, not just curses, not just Gojo, but galactic level lore. Because in the sequel chapters, Gege Akutami reveals the world of the Sumerians, an alien civilization of sorcerers living across the galaxy. And the craziest part, it might explain Yuji's real final villain, and how everything connects back to ancient gods, the Sumerians, and even Sukuna's origin. So grab your popcorn because this chapter cooked harder than Gojo's Hollow Purple. In the sequel, we travel far beyond Earth, to the planet of Sumeria, home to multiple races of sorcerers. There are the Lumerians, recognizable by their 3 eyes, including characters like Dura, Maru, and Cross. Then we have the Descantes, a horned race who act as the planet's ruling government. Just like nations on Earth, these alien races are divided, fighting over faith, resources, and power. And this setup immediately mirrors how cursed energy divides humanity in JJK. Now, the story dives deep into Cross and Maru's backstory. 2 brothers who die defending their home from the Descantes Empire. This government believes the Kalyans, another sacred race, are monsters that must be destroyed, while the Lumerians actually worship them. Sound familiar? It's the same fear versus reverence cycle we see between humans and cursed spirits in the main series. Gege Akutami went deep in mythology this time. He's literally pulling from real Sumerian legends, the oldest civilization in recorded history. In ancient Sumerian myth, gods called the Anunnaki ruled humanity in waging wars that caused floods, deserts, and destruction. And in this sequel, we see the exact same thing happening on the Sumerian planet. Divine wars, floods, and apocalyptic battles that echo human mythology. But here's the twist. Dura, one of the Sumerians, looks almost identical to Dabura, the galactic king we see later in the series. And that's no coincidence. Through flashbacks, we realize that Dura eventually becomes Dabura, a being who fuses multiple races together, just like cursed spirits evolve through death. He's not born evil. He's created through war, loss, and evolution. Gege's message is clear. In Jujutsu Kaisen, death is the key to evolution. Just like Mahito, just like Gojo, Dabura becomes godlike only after experiencing death and pain. Now here's where things get wild. When the Sumerians first make contact with humans, Dabura is called Dem. Similar to how Blackbeard in One Piece was called Dem before wielding multiple devil fruits. This isn't just a coincidence, it's symbolism. Dabura becomes the fusion of multiple races, a living weapon created through forbidden rituals. In Sumerian lore, gods once mixed their blood with clay to create humans, but ancient tablets describe a ritual that could merge 2 souls into one, at the cost of their humanity. That's exactly what happens to Dabura. He evolves as but loses his soul. Just like how Gojo and Sukuna's power separated them from humanity, Dabura's strength turns him into a god and a curse. And here's the genius part. The US president in JJK literally calls Gojo a source of infinite energy. Dabura, in this sequel, is the alien version of that concept. He's the energy core that lets the Sumerians travel through the galaxy, a walking nuclear reactor of cursed power. Flashback to the past. Dabura isn't evil yet. He's a benevolent king who truly cares for his people. When famine strikes and kids turn to crime, Dabura gives them purpose, teaching them skills, building discipline, and creating hope. He meets Maru and Cross, 2 rebellious kids who test his patience. Instead of punishing them, Dabura recruits them to help him dig a canal, a massive project meant to connect distant lands and end starvation. This canal isn't just a hole in the ground, it's power, a new trade route inspired by the real-world Suez Canal. Before it existed, ships had to sail around Africa to trade between Europe and Asia, costing time and lives. Dabura is literally rebuilding civilization through unity, but there's resistance. Cross questions why their tribe should work for the same empire that slaughtered them, and that's when Dabura drops one of the coldest lines in the series. Revenge will change nothing. If we only strike back, the cycle of hatred will never end. We must build something that connects us, a bond that flows through distance and time. That bond is the canal. meant to carry life-giving water from the Luma River to dying villages. Dabura believes that only creation, not destruction, can break the curse of hatred. But peace never lasts. A group of radicals within Dabura's own tribe begin sabotaging the project. They spread rumors that he's secretly working for the Empire, calling him a traitor. Every night, they destroy parts of the canal, erasing the progress his people made. Still, Dabura doesn't give up. Even after Cross attacks them in anger, Dabura teaches forgiveness. He becomes a father figure to both twins, guiding them toward unity. After years of struggle, the impossible happens. The canal is completed. 10 years of labor, 10 years of hope. Villages rejoice, water flows, and for the first time, the Sumerians have peace. But this is Gege Akutami we're talking about. So you know something horrific is coming. The Descantes chief's daughter is killed by the sacred beast, and they use it as an excuse to declare all-out war. Villages burn, families die, the Sumerians lose everything, their entire civilization is annihilated, and they become refugees drifting through space. The same canal built to unite the world becomes the highway to their destruction. This tragedy mirrors the core philosophy of Jujutsu Kaisen. That power always comes with a price. Even the noblest intentions can lead to ruin when the world itself is cursed. Dabura, once a kind king, becomes twisted by grief and betrayal. His evolution into a godlike being isn't born from ambition. It's born from bad luck, just like Yuji said about Sukuna. Good men cursed by the world, turning into monsters. And Gege drives this message home again. Whether it's humans, sorcerers, or aliens, as long as cursed energy exists, the cycle of hatred continues. That's why Yuki Tsukumo's dream from the original JJK still matters. To create a world without cursed energy, where peace can finally exist. Because until that day comes, every race, human or alien, will keep fighting, evolving, and destroying everything they love. So yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen's sequel just expanded the universe beyond Earth, revealing that cursed energy isn't just human, it's cosmic, and Yuji's real final villain might not be Sukuna anymore, but Dabura, the fallen king who once tried to save his people. This is Gege Akutami's way of saying, the more we try to control power, the more cursed we become. And that is peak fiction.